Hey Burst, it's me the Angel Man here today to give you guys another video. Welcome back Burst to another Burst news. I know it's been a minute, I'm so sorry, I've been kind of taking care of some priorities, but I am back Burst. I'm so happy to be doing this because I have something really interesting to talk about, and that has to do with the one and only Ezra Miller. So, as we all know, Ezra Miller has been a huge topic for conversation when it comes down to the DCEU and just Ezra Miller in general, right? We've all known that Ezra Miller has been causing quite a stir, right? Ezra Miller has been doing some things that people are like, wow, like, why are you doing this, right?
I'm transgender, non-binary, and I don't want to be searched by a man. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights. No, I got assaulted and I started filming. Okay. Let's talk stories outside. Let's talk stories outside. I got assaulted in this bar twice in a row. I film myself when I get assaulted for NFT crypto art. What's your name? What's your badge number? Tell me your name and your badge number. What key?
Ezra.
Full name, full badge number.
And then, of course, when you think about it, like I said in some of my previous videos, Ezra Miller was even on the run from the cops. He was posting these weird images on Instagram saying that they would never catch him, that he was from another dimension. And guess what happened? They caught him. They caught Ezra. And I was like, well, I think it's safe to say that ever since they finished that certain project, I guess they found a way to get to that dimension, so... yeah, it's safe to say that we got Ezra. Now, I found out yesterday, and I didn't read any articles because I wanted to give my reaction. I'm right here on The Guardian, and I found out that Ezra Miller, after finally being caught and arrested, that supposedly he apologized. Ezra apologized for all the issues that were going on. He released a statement. So now I'm going to read it to you guys right now, and I want to get my reaction, obviously get you guys my thoughts on Ezra Miller's statement. So with that said though, verse, let's get to it. Ezra Miller breaks silence to apologize to everyone that I have harmed. In their first statement since legal issues began, non-binary actor says they have begun treatment for complex mental health issues. Actor Ezra Miller has broken their silence amid a growing list of legal issues and accusations of erratic behavior, saying they are seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. Oh really? Ezra's in the middle of treatment. Okay. Wow. In a statement provided by a representative of the actor to Variety on Tuesday, the 29-year-old non-binary actor apologizes for any alarm they may have caused. Any alarm? Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis. That's so funny. For those of you that don't know, their biggest event in the DC universe is Infinite Crisis, and there's like a bunch of other type of crisis events that are going on. I'm not saying this has anything to do with DC, but just the way how Ezra interpreted it, I had to put that out there. I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment, Miller said. I want to apologize that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to the healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. Well, it's a start, Ezra, but you did way more than that. You know what I mean? You did way more than just upset and alarmed, right? You assaulted, you affected, you manipulated. The list goes on. I mean, it's an apology, but it's not a full one. I'm gonna say that from my perspective. There is a lot more that Ezra definitely needs to address. But that's just for right now. Maybe more later. But let me keep going. Miller's ongoing role as the Flash in DC Comics superhero universe, including an upcoming leading role in the character's first standalone film, has been overshadowed by allegations about their behavior off-screen over the last 2 years. Let me see. Most recently, Miller was charged with felony burglary in Vermont last week. Yeah, I heard about that. After state police investigated an incident in which several bottles of alcohol were allegedly taken from the home in Stamford in May. It's always with alcohol. I'm telling you, Ezra has a huge drinking problem. That's how this all started. Well, because he went to Miami, Ezra was just kind of always like getting into all these issues because of these bars. So that's why at first I was like, I think it's safe to say Ezra has a drinking problem. And then it escalated, obviously. Then we had all this other stuff that was going on. Miller is due to appear in Vermont Supreme Court on the 26th of September. The actor was also arrested twice earlier this Hawaii. First for disorderly conduct and harassment, a karaoke bar in March. Then second degree assault less than a month later In the first case, Miller pleaded no contest to a single court of misdemeanor disorderly conduct and paid a $500 fine while a harassment charge was dismissed. In the second, Miller was released without charge. The parents of the 18-year-old Tokata Ironize, a Native American activist, also earlier this year filed a protection order against Miller. Oh yeah, she came back, which is great. The parents that lost their daughter for the moment, they got her back. But then I heard things that supposedly Miller was manipulating her. Miller convinced her to be non-binary. Miller was also using drugs. I was just like, man, that's what I'm saying. That apology, you know, I take it back. I don't even think it was half-assed. It just wasn't full. But I feel like more will be said later. But anyways, yeah, protection order against Miller, accusing the actor in court of holding sway over her child through violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusion, and drugs. See, yeah. Iron Eyes recently told insiders that those accusations were false. The accusations around Miller have become a concern for Warner Bros. Discovery, the studio behind two huge franchises that Miller prominently stars in: DC comic films and the Harry Potter spin-off series Fantastic Beasts. Public criticism of the studio intensified earlier this month when it was axing the nearly completed Batgirl film, but not The Flash. A source close to the studio told Variety that Warner Brothers was supporting Miller's decision to seek professional help. The Flash is set to be released on June 23, 2023, and features appearances by Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton, both playing Batman. So, my thoughts verse on this situation of Ezra Miller breaking silence and apologizing, and now is going to face some consequences finally. First things first, I just want to say that it's about time that the authorities got to Miller. Miller was just causing too much of a havoc. I don't know what was the problem. I feel like Ezra must have seen the media, must have seen what people were saying about him on YouTube, on the news in general. And I feel like when pressure gets to you, sometimes you're just going to act up and be like, okay, if that's really how you see me, then I'm just going to act that way. I've seen that before. So at first I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, is Ezra just acting up because he just said fuck it? That's just kind of like how I'm seeing it at first. As time was just going on, Ezra just kept getting more and more and more crazy, right? It was just one issue after another. And then I even heard about the fact that Ezra was trying to start a cult. I think it's safe to say that's not happening anymore because they got him. But still, like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of trouble that Ezra did. And then when it comes down to his projects, for one, the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them franchise, I don't really care. I haven't really been keeping up to date with it. I saw the first one, I saw the second one. I didn't really see the third movie. People are saying it's not really there. This new series that they're doing isn't really as great as the first one. It's just, there's too many missteps. And it's not really just because of Ezra, you know, also the issue with Johnny Depp. And then not even that, just with the story in general. It's just not really that investing compared to the original Harry Potter. But anyways, and then there's the DC universe where he's the Flash. And like I said, Ezra played a really, really great Flash. So I was excited to see the movie. I really wanted to see the movie. If Warner Brothers is trying to fight really hard and is really thinking of what to do with the movie, it's because they know, yes, this movie is really important. They did a lot of things with this movie and they want to keep it, but they can't keep it because Ezra is just, it's like, Ezra's terrible, right? And I understand WB's position, but that's also another thing too. Before the apology came along, I was honestly going to the point where I was like, you know, just scrap it. I mean, if you were willing to scrap Batgirl for tax money purposes, then you might as well just cancel the Flash, right? I mean, you know, Ezra Miller clearly isn't doing any better. I feel like it's only gonna get worse. You might as well just scrap the film. But now that this happened, oh my god, I can tell WB is so happy now because they're like, okay, great. So we can perhaps continue to release the movie. Ezra Miller just apologized. It's a start. And Ezra Miller admitted that Ezra has some mental issues going on and that Ezra's now seeking help. We might be able to release the film. And that's interesting too, because WB literally, and I read this before, but I was unable to do a video about it, which is the fact that they gave Ezra Miller, they communicated with him, telling Ezra, hey, you have 3 choices. You can either do an interview. I actually want that because I want to see Ezra's perspective in an interview to explain why Ezra did what Ezra did. I would like to really know what was going through Ezra's head when all this was going on. I kind of want want that option. Or 2, Ezra could just promote the film a little bit, just a little bit. Or 3, they could scrap it. Those are the 3 options that from what I was hearing. Like I said, for me personally, I would want the first one. An interview is always something that you want to kind of get to the perspective of why did that person particularly did what they did. I would welcome that option, and I already have a feeling that it could happen eventually. It's gonna happen. They have to, because Ezra was just such a huge topic to talk about. And now that Ezra's finally caught, and now that Ezra's going to be in the public eye again soon, whether it's in court or just outside of it, it's only a matter of time before someone's gonna talk to Ezra. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. It's ridiculous to see how far this went. It really was. I think it's safe to say Ezra just got carried away. I don't know why, but Ezra just got super carried away with all this extra stuff going on. But yeah, when it comes also down to the properties, I think it's safe to say Ezra's done with the Fantastic Beasts series. I don't really think they're gonna bring Ezra back, clearly, especially the way from what I heard that they took care of his character. So I was like, okay, that happened. And then when it comes to the Flash, I'm pretty sure regardless of what Ezra does, I think WB will not work with Ezra anymore. They made it very clear even before the apology that they don't want nothing to do with Ezra after the Flash movie. They just want to get it over with. I could tell they just want to get the movie over with. Yeah, it's interesting, Bruce. So also talking about the apology now. Besides the projects that Ezra happens to be a part of, the apology is also a discussion, because yes, Ezra apologizes now. Ezra is also going ahead and admitting that he basically caused a lot of mischief, basically affected some people, sure, but this apology that Ezra gave, it was insufficient. There was too many things that were left out. But like I said, maybe this is just me. I feel like there's still gonna be more statements to come. I hope so, because Ezra really needs to own up for a lot of what he did, like a lot, right? It was just too much that happened. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering what's gonna happen with this apology. I feel like this apology is definitely gonna be a mixed bag. I can already tell people are gonna be talking about it, saying, I don't buy it. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen from here on out. I'm just really happy that things are done. But yeah, verse, will it escalate? Will it not? Will it die down? Who knows? Only time will tell. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what will occur. It's, it was unexpected, but hey, it's definitely something. So with that said though, verse, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you guys like it, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification for more content as always. Look forward to the next video, verse, and with that said, have an awesome day, and let me know what you guys think. Laters!